So today is a cooking video and we are making an egg sandwich. Egg sandwich is near and dear to my heart. It's something I've always had as a comfort food. It's maybe my favorite sandwich. I like it on weekend mornings, late nights, coming home from school, coming home from work, you name it. I think it's a versatile sandwich that is good at any time. It's really not hard to make. You can usually have the stuff on hand to make it with, and it's just about as good as it gets. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll be making all kinds of things. I'll be doing all kinds of things around the house, just everyday things. So enjoy. The egg sandwich, a perfect comfort food. Great for when you've had a little too much, or maybe not enough. The ingredients are very straightforward. You need an egg, some butter, your favorite cheese, I prefer deli American, bacon, you can also use ham, and your favorite bread. I'm a child, so I like white bread. You're going to want to start your pan on medium-low heat. Give it a second to heat up before you add the bacon. 3 strips of bacon is about perfect. It's enough to make sure that your veins are thoroughly coated and that your egg doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. Oh, and this is probably a good time for a disclaimer. This is not a health-conscious recipe. So lovingly lay your perfect pork pieces in the pan, sit back, and listen to the sizzle. Listen! With your bacon cooking happily away, you can now redirect your attention to other forms of self-loathing behavior. So finish that beer, pop a pill, and run up a credit card while you prepare to poke your pork. The bacon will have noticeably shrunk when it's time to turn over.
It shrinks?
Like a frightened turtle. Once the bacon is flipped onto the second side, it will only take about half again as much time to finish cooking. Success in the kitchen often depends on your food fluency, or being sensitive to the subtle ways food communicates its cooking status. In this case, my bacon has formed a perfect O, which lets me know it's almost time to turn it over. So be sure to listen to your bacon. Spend some time with it. Get to know it. A paper towel covered plate is a great place to put the finished bacon. Let some of the grease drain off each piece before placing on the towel. Be sure to save the grease for the next step, which is cooking the eggs. Use your spatula to scrape up any bacon crumbs so they don't burn as you continue cooking. With those nasty-ass crumbs out of the way, you can turn up the heat as you'll need a hotter pan to cook the eggs. Medium-high heat is perfect. Go ahead and crack your egg when the oil is up to temp. Be careful not to break the yolk.
A wee dash of S&P here.
The nice thing about having so much grease in the pan is that it creates more surface area for cooking the egg. You can cook the top and bottom of the egg white at the same time. I actually learned this trick from my dad, watching him make breakfast when I was a kid.
It bathes its yolk in the oil.
It really doesn't take long to cook the egg using this technique. I also like to make sure the yolk isn't fully cooked all the way, so that it runs a little bit. I know this isn't everyone's cup of tea, but that's the way I like them. Give it a quick flip and remove from the pan. Your egg is cooked and you're done with the grease. Pro tip here, don't pour the used grease down the sink, as it will solidify and clog your drain. I like to let it cool a little bit and then wipe it up with a paper towel and throw it out. So the last step is to put a pat of butter in the clean pan on low heat. We're going to put the sandwich together and return to the pan to toast the bread and melt the cheese. All right, here we are, the home stretch, the final hill, the last waltz. This is the point where your mouth is watering and your patience is running thin. Everything you've worked so hard for is about to pay off and you can almost taste it.
Hold up!
It's super easy to overlook that this is the most important part of the recipe, or of any grilled sandwich recipe for that matter. You can quickly wipe away all the painstaking toil you've endured over the last 15 minutes if you rush the last step by turning the heat up a little too high. Or if you get distracted with getting your plate together, or tending to that kid who's been screaming since 6 a.m. this morning. Don't blow it. Take it slow, cook it low. It's dry for show, put for dough, and you're on the salty, buttery, golden brown green, my friend. So let's toss in this last pat of butter and commence the final stage of cooking, the egg sandwich.